Alright, this is my take two on reviewing order blocks. I did not realize that my previous video, I was just muted the entire time. What was it, like 18 minutes or something like that? We're just going to review bullish and bearish order blocks, where to find them, and what they are. So, starting with a bullish order block right here as an example. I'm marking up a top body. We're focused on like swing points right here. So instead of marking out the wicks, we're marking out the bodies. And then looking at this, the candle closure above recent candles that swept lows. So we have our recent candles that ended up sweeping these lows. Liquidity was swept right here. And then we had our candle closure above, marking out our order block right here. So this right here is the example of a bullish order block. So with this having marked out, we're expecting a candle coming back down. Usually it could be like 1 to 2 candles coming back up, a huge candle closing above it, and then price can end up leaving without you. But usually we would wait for a retest on our order block. So order block gets tapped back into, we start consolidating a little bit, and then price does what this candle closure above indicated us that price was going to keep on moving and continuing upward. So this is an example of a bullish order block. Is the leg down that we're marking out. Everything got swept with liquidity right here, and we're marking the body and then our candle closure right here. So that's bullish order block. Finding an example of a bearish order block. So again, marking out the body. Then we have our liquidity sweep right here. So we're focusing on our entire leg up. The liquidity gets swept right here, marking out the body. On this, we're seeking a bearish order block. So with right here, we see our body closure right here. This right here is indicating that price is going to have a continuation back down. We see the order block gets tapped in again. We have small consolidation, and then price ended up dumping again. So this is another example of what a bearish order block is. So focusing on that, this is the leg up. We mark out the liquidity, and then we focus on the body, and then everything else is indicated. If this is a big if, we have this full body closure. If we do not get that, then it is an invalid order block. And if anything, you can view it as the market is just respecting this order block. So right here, this is full disrespecting this order block right here, making it valid order block. Let me go ahead and find one more example for you guys. Keep in mind that you can find these order blocks on any time frame, but order block is my low time frame execution confluence, something that I use for entering my trades. I mostly seek these order blocks on a 5 to 1 minute time frame. So going back to finding you guys in another example, this right here, marking out an order block. Here's our liquidity getting swept. We see from this candle, we closed above it, but as you guys can also see, we had this fair value gap right here, where price wanted to just come back down, tap into it, and then have continuation up here. Pretty simple. Sometimes I can understand getting everything all mixed up with the legs down, marking that out, and how to know if it's a bullish or bearish order block, or what's valid or what's not. Again, what makes a valid order block is if we have a candle closure above our marked out line, and make sure we have liquidity that is swept right here as well. I've been faked out so many times by thinking I could just mark it at the top. We have a candle closure, we're going to keep on going bullish, but there was no liquidity sweep down at the bottom from our previous leg down. We're looking for multiple candles. If so, sometimes our one candle isn't really valid enough. But I mean, you could see little ones. There's an order block right here. We have our swept liquidity, and then a fair value gap right here. price tapped in from this wick. For those of you that know, that's a unicorn model. So yeah, if you guys can get this, you guys can go ahead in the middle of the chart, focusing, let's just say, on a 5 and 1 minute time frame on how to spot order blocks. I share my trade recaps daily if I did end up taking a trade, and I use my order blocks as one of my main confluences before I make my entries. So for those of you that want more examples that are in depth and just to make sure that you're seeing everything correctly, you guys can go ahead and go onto my trade recap videos found on social media platforms and can see on how I marked out everything. Feel free to comment with any questions, and I'll do my best to see if I can reply to most of them. But without further ado, thank you guys